What's up, everybody? Watching On Air with Nick Java podcast. Hope you guys having a great day today. Let's get into today's video.
Comedian Ricky Gervais has weighed into the US presidential election by poking fun at celebrities who claim they know best when it comes to politics.
Hi guys, Ricky G here, wellness and beauty influencer. As a celebrity, I know all about stuff like science and politics. So trust me when I tell you who you should vote for.
He went on to mock some of those in Hollywood for the over-the-top reactions we've been seeing when they endorse candidates and some of the fear that is getting spread aimed at anyone who may be thinking about voting for the other side.
If you don't vote the right way, it's like a hate crime. It makes me sad and angry, and I'll leave the country. And you don't want that.
This message from his bathtub was posted to X in June, but influencer accounts are resharing it now as we see more and more celebrities speak out about who to vote for. Last week, Jennifer Lopez threw her support behind Kamala Harris in a very emotional speech.
I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional, but you know what? You know what? We should be emotional. We should be upset. We should be scared and outraged. We should.
Over the weekend, rapper Cardi B endorsed Kamala Harris, but her content is raising eyebrows.
I believe in every word that comes out of her mouth. She's passionate.
Really?
She's compassionate. She shows empathy. And most of all, she is not delusional. Yeah. Kamala recognizes.
All right, guys, as you know, and as well as I know, Cardi B has consistently been questioning the entire Kamala Harris movement, everything dealing with Joe Biden. So the idea that she's there at one of these rallies is pretty crazy to me. She's reading off of her phone. It just looks corny, man. I mean, look at her. This is so cringe.
Recognize that this country is at risk, that the economy needs to get stronger, that the cost of food and the cost of living is too high.
You know, I don't know if Cardi B understands this, but we're under Joe Biden and the Kamala Harris administration. So the reason things cost so much is because we are currently under them. You know, the idea that Democrats are pushing this narrative that Trump is dangerous and all this crap. We're under the current powers to be, the current powers that are Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. You know, it feels like people almost get there. People like Stephen A., they almost get there and then they just go off the handle, man. I don't get it.
Damn, it's even high for me. I believe her when she says, under her, buying eggs and milk won't break the bank.
Really?
The rapper is receiving backlash for this speech. Many online are pointing out that the rapper failed to mention that prices have soared around 20% under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Now, we know the vice president has been receiving countless endorsements from pop stars and big names in Hollywood, such as Taylor Swift, Jennifer Aniston, and now actor Harrison Ford has come out with this inspiring message.
The truth is this: Kamala Harris will protect your right to disagree with her about policies or ideas. And then, as we have done for centuries, we'll debate them.
This election, stars are also throwing their support behind Donald Trump, including Hulk Hogan, Kid Rock, and TMZ is reporting that Mel Gibson will be voting for Donald Trump. So what difference do celebrity endorsements actually make? According to a recent YouGov poll, 11% of Americans say a celebrity has caused them to reconsider their stance on a political issue, and 7% say they have supported a political candidate because of a celebrity endorsement. But if we look back in history, Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign showed that star power is not always enough. Will it make a difference this time? We'll find out very soon because there is just 2 days to go until Election Day in the United States. Sky News host Paul Murray has the latest from Dallas, Texas.
Something you need to know about this election and about why people lose their nut in America when their side loses. Put simply, this weekend, both sides are being told by their silos on the internet that they are definitely winning the election. First, the Dems.
I have sources inside the Kamala Harris operation, and I can tell you this. As of this morning, Kamala Harris and her people are 100% confident. They're not in the least bit worried. They are 100% confident, and they're saying, do not worry about it. Don't worry about it.
That's not what President Barack Obama feels about this election. That is not what a lot of polls are saying. We will see how it ends up shaking out. But as of right now, you know, it's going 50-50. We're really unsure how this is going to go, guys.
About the polls, don't listen to the polls. We have this in the bag.
When you see left-wingers, not us, not me, I'm not a left-winger, already going, this guy did it, that guy did it, this guy did it, that guy did it. You know, behind the scenes, there is an absolute panic fest breaking out. They got Xanax everywhere. They're taking them like Tic Tacs at this point.
Now, both sides, someone's lying here, all right? Clearly, both sides are not going to win, and this thing is either going to be a squeaker or it's going to be a blowout, and we all know all the different reasons why. In fact, on the prediction sites, the betting markets, all of that, it's really tightened. Now, whether that's because they're taking the each-way bet and they don't want to be wrong, depending on which one's going to win, but have a look at this. The 538 website, which again takes polls and a whole bunch of other data to try to work out what's going on, 5149. When they run on their computers, what's going to happen on Tuesday here, Wednesday, of course, in Australia. The bloke who used to work for that business, but is now out on his own, again, the best part of 51 to 48 right now. Because of that poll in Iowa, big change in the betting markets. It was about 60-40. We're now down to about 53 to 47 right now. In fact, if you have a look at all of the betting over time, you can see when the red line was Trump versus Biden, then there's the candidate switch, and then it blows out for Trump again, and then a big change in the past 24 hours. So we keep talking about the 7 states that matter. The swing states, again, let's go clockwise here, where we are talking about Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. We then move our way down to North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada. All of those still in play. So what are the polls telling us? The New York Times poll of polls, well, it shows things razor tight. If Harris is in front,
it's going to be a tight race,
less than a point. If Trump is in front, it is by a point or more. But of course, margin of error, blah, blah, blah. If the polls do exactly what they did in 2020 and 2016, then Trump's going to really rip away with this thing. But if there is a big change in things like people over 65 and women that are going to surge, that's what gets Harris there. As for Real Clear Politics, there has been a change where she's just in front. I mean, 0.1%. In Wisconsin, Michigan at 0.6. Other than that, Trump, Arizona, Nevada, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia. All of those things good. So if the polls were correct today, bang, this is what you are going to see.
All right, guys, so there you have it. We are actually dealing with a pretty close race here when it comes to the 2024 election. I do not know what is going to happen. I've had a few people ask me, what do I think is going to happen when it comes to this actual race? I'll be honest with you guys. I'm hoping Donald Trump pulls out a win. I'm unsure what's going to happen. A lot of the polling data, including Rasmussen and, you know, several of the polls that have been solid over time are calling for, you know, a Trump victory. However, there's several polls calling for Kamala Harris to win. You know, we're just going to have to see where the American people are tomorrow. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Hope you take care. You watch it on air, Nick Driver, the Nick Driver podcast. Guys, be safe. Mad love. And hey, we're almost there, man. One way or another, we're almost there. Be safe.